And it goes like this. What's going on, everyone? No guessing, you know who it is. With the trilogy and DCP, it's time to off again, because this petty B word pushed out this hot garbage of a video thinking he did something, showcasing some very out-of-pocket clips which were mostly from my old edgy cringelord content when I first started my channel. Now before we move on, this is not me justifying anything I said in my past, nor am I making any excuses for it, but what I will say is that the past does not define who you are now, and my old content does not represent APOC in 2022. I have changed a lot and for the better, which is why 99.9% of the clips that he showed were from older videos based from like a couple years ago or even longer. Which, by the way, even with that edgy vibe I had going on, the clips were still taken very out of context. Real shocker, huh? In addition, before we dive deep, I did want to add that in one of my recent lives, which DCP does point out in the very beginning, I clipped it out but I'm just addressing it right now, is that I did use the R word, and I said it unironically too, and you know, that's my bad. I do kind of recall catching myself saying it and then kind of apologizing, I believe, but even if I didn't, that doesn't matter. I'm apologizing now because we shouldn't use those words. You see, I'm more than willing to hold myself accountable for the things I do or say, and I have no issue with that. We all make mistakes and can grow from them, right? And we use these experiences to do so. And unlike DCP, I admit to all my wrongdoings and want to change things for the better. While he sits there in his little basement claiming that Rex keeps him in check, and then in the very next breath, the very next video basically, he shows Brianna K's home and neighborhood, describing it on Google Earth in front of almost 100,000 people. Bruh.
But APOC, he took accountability.
Yeah, after making money on it, after having it up for a bit, then just blurted out, but still was describing all like the landmarks and whatnot, until he finally deleted the video and held himself accountable. Which, come on people, read the damn room. He exposed the family online to other people, and he's apparently an advocate for children and their safety. It's 2 + 2. But anyways, let's just get to this messy, highly edited out of context video. And he also thinks that talking about the appearance of women and their breast sizes brings awareness to child exploitation. Make it make sense. The only thing she probably misses from the gym is when 16-year-old boys stare at a horrible boob job. But I'm not really sure why. Those things look like she grabbed 2 plastic balls from the Playland ball pit at McDonald's and taped them to her chest. Okay, so these 2 clips are almost 2 years apart. That means almost 2 years for me to grow and not to say that sort of thing. You won't find anything like this actively on my channel right now, which is why he had to go all the way back 2 years ago to find it. But you will still find that type of cringe on DCP's channel. And again, I was trying to be an edgelord, trying to use out-of-pocket comedy. But to be honest, I don't even really think this way. I just thought this was high-tier commentary, but learned from others and my community that this is not the way to be. Which, to be honest, I already knew. It's just that I was again trying to be an edgelord. But if you have been here for a while, you already know I addressed my old content before, denouncing it all and still doing so, which is why that first clip, which is very recent, is me basically saying that making fun of people is not the way to do things, while in the second was from almost 2 years ago. But again, you'll still find Josh doing these same things to women actively on his channel, and him and his community even justify it
Because it's for the children.
What are you going to do?
If you're getting judged by people, it's because your are literally about to pop out of your shirt or blouse or whatever the f you call it. You can't go out in public pulling a Karen Swan and expect everybody to worship your ass. When you look like you're about to go shoot on a set, to be honest, you're asking for all the negative attention. But most people who dress like this, mostly girls, that's all they want is attention. Doesn't matter if it's positive or negative, as long as they're getting theirs. So of course, in typical DCP fashion, he doesn't show the full context to the clip.
I think we get judged obviously from our looks straight away. This Barbie, big boobs, plastic surgery, all you're into is beauty, fashion. Yes, we love all that, of course, and we do think we're high maintenance. What are you going to do?
If you're getting judged by people, it's because your are literally about to pop out of your shirt or blouse or whatever the f you call it. You can't go out in public pulling a Karen Swan and expect everybody to worship your So as you all saw, those girls were going on and on about how people stare at them and judge them out in public for the way that they look, and I was just making a point that they are out and about dressed provocatively, so what the hell do they expect? Now obviously the way I said it wasn't very subtle, because again, cringe lord. And let's also keep in mind, people, that this video with these twins is from over 2 years ago. This goon is using old clips way out of context and trying to spin my personal growth to make me look like a hypocrite. That's like me putting together a clip, right, where he said that he doesn't call women the T word anymore, which is very, very recent. But I decided to go on his channel and take a video from, let's say, like a year ago, where he actually calls a female the T word. And then I clip it and edit it to make him look like a hypocrite, showing a clip of him saying that he doesn't say that, and then showing the clip of him actually saying that. But that would be way out of context, right? Because I took a clip from the past of him saying something and then manipulating it to look like he's still saying it now. That's exactly what he's doing here, which, you know, is just making him look like a buffoon.
The only plastic surgery we've had is our breasts.
The only plastic surgery they've had done is their boobs. But let's not exclude the fake lips and the fake teeth. Alright, so I wasn't shaming them. I was stating the obvious, that there was way more surgery than what was being said, because they claimed a boob job is all they got. That's really it. Probably funded their bimbo enhancement with their dad's life insurance check. Well, daddy, I guess you didn't die in vain because your girl's got a tit job in your name. That's how they honor you and your life. I guess they measured his life by how big and thick their tits are. So when I said that the twins measured their dad's life on how big of a boob job they got, it was literally based around what they said, which is why I also mentioned the whole life insurance thing. Funny how that part got cut out though, but since he's not gonna put it in, here's the full clip.
Our dad died of cancer and we, you know, fell into loss, depression. We kind of thought, what's gonna make us happier?
You know, maybe I'm just being a little rude here, being a little insensitive. I mean, that's just tragic. Cancer is a horrible thing for somebody to go through, and for the family and friends to see a loved one to go through. My condolences. I wonder what went through their minds. They must have just went through so much. You know, I mean, it's cancer. How did they cope with it? You know, what made them strong to get through the hard times? Let's see what they have to say.
Basically, like, our dad died of cancer and we, you know, fell into loss, depression. We kind of thought, what's gonna make us happier? So we thought, let's just get our boobs done. It's our big boobs.
It's almost like he's trying to slander my name.
Oh, you were sad and depressed? I'm surprised that you didn't get an ass implant. I mean, you got a boob job when your dad died because you didn't want to be depressed. Be honest, you blockheads at least got a tummy tuck. Again, they got a boob job to honor their father, so I'm just gonna take it that the dad bought a YouTube doesn't press issue with that. I mean, he's showing it in this clip to try to defame my name. But to be honest, he's asking for it at this point. He's super creepy to women, and I'm really not into watching somebody else live their life. So today we're going to watch a couple of clips from 2 different vlogs showing us how terrible and ungrateful KK and Baby J are. Most of the grief is from Karen Swan or Karen Nugent or Nugent. I'm sorry, I'm white. Is he trying to say that I'm like racist or something? I really didn't get that. I mean, look at this name though. I'm not shaming them for it, but my white basic B-word butt had a little trouble announcing this at first, especially with my speech impediment. It's literally no different from when people call Micah Stauffer Mika Stauffer. Oh, but Josh, is this you?
White buddy and I are driving through Detroit in his little Hyundai accent, listening to Christian hip hop. And these guys, it was stupid, it was dumb, because we got lost in downtown Detroit. Don't ever get lost as white people downtown Detroit, okay? White boys.
as anyone, really.
As anyone, don't. And these guys pull up in this giant Tahoe, or this big, giant black, I don't know what it was, Escalade or something, roll down their window and look at us, and they say, what are you listening to? We roll up our window, and the highway was right at the next exit. We hopped on the highway and took off. We were like, I don't even know. And I don't even know. That was scary because we don't know anything because we're from Canada, man. We don't have that kind of stuff.
Yeah, man, that was a hot take, wasn't it? I just didn't know how to pronounce a damn name. But I'm the racist one? But this guy went on about how he was afraid of black people on a trip with his friend? And how you gotta watch out if you're white in that area? Bruh. Did I mention he's a beta of a male? There's several times where his wife Karen does something or says something way out of line, and he just tries to play it off. Come on, Qua. You can do it. Hit that in the face.
Oh no, I'm ruined.
So right off the bat, here's the actual clip. Oh yeah, and didn't I mention he's a beta of a male? There's several times where his wife Karen does something or says something way out of line, and he just tries to play it off. Come on, Qua, you can do it. Hit that in the face. I'm kidding. No violence, guys. But I would like to see Qua actually stand up for himself, instead of letting his wife just walk all over him. Obviously, this was super out of pocket and cringy. But right after I said that, I also stated that I was kidding and that there's no need or whatever for violence at all. And that all I was really doing was wishing for Qua to actually grow a backbone, grow some balls to stick up for himself for once. But go figure, DCP decided to cut that little detail out, huh?
Gee, I wonder why.
And as for the kids, no hate. There's nothing wrong with their kids. Just kidding. I fucking hate kids. Yeah, you sure can tell by the tone of my voice that I'm super serious about that, huh? Again, another joke. I have 2 sons. If I hated children, then why the hell would I have them? Mind you, I've dedicated my entire channel to exposing vloggers and advocating for children and their safety and privacy. If I actually didn't care about kids, why would I do that? I'm pissed off because I'm a petty bitch. Wow, she's such a
Oh hey, look, another out of context clip.
I called Karen a petty B-word because she was being a petty B-word. Let's not pretend that these vloggers are all peaches. I mean, DCP has called women jackasses and T-words, so what's with this high horse crap? Plus, this video was based around the time where one of her kids had a birthday party or something, and a relative bought this really cool little battery power operated BMW car toy thing, right? And she was being a full-blown Karen.
He loved it.
What is it?
It was a car.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
How big?
It's Andy's car.
Remote control?
No, he drives it.
It's in it?
Yeah. It was awesome, Karen. It was amazing. We need to add on another garage just for the kids stuff.
Okay, I'm just gonna put this into the video. I need to set this premise. Karen is more of complaining about the space, like it's not gonna fit in the garage. Mind you, they kept their entire fan base in the dark about them getting a big ass house. At this point in this vlog, they literally have the house. Karen's acting like they just don't have the space for it. Mind you, they have 3 cars and they have 2 jet skis. I don't know, maybe get rid of a jet ski, maybe get your kid, put your, some toys in the garage for your kids. I mean, it's a little car. Yeah, it'll take up a little bit of space, but literally, like, move your jet ski.
Oh yeah, I know, but it's not an off-road car like the trucks.
Oh, yeah.
It's like out driveway or inside. Yeah.
That's how you know when a birthday present's good. You piss off the mom.
I'm pissed off because I'm a petty bitch. Yeah, she's pissed off because someone got their kid a big gift and it's not her getting it. That's why she made that rule, because Karen has this big entitlement thing, or like big head, and like, I understand, like, you want to give your kids the best, but why aren't you happy when someone else within the family wants to get your kid a big gift? Okay, so this next one is from a different vlog. That present before was from Qua's uncle, and this one's from Qua's mom. You know, the woman she hates.
Yeah, now it's 6. You're actually that off.
Wait, they're real golf sets.
I know.
Oh, these aren't toys?
I know.
I know. Whoa. Yeah. Okay, Karen, we can tell you're fucking excited.
It literally says for 6-year-olds and up on the thing. Or 5-year-olds and up.
Look at Qua's face here. He literally looks like, here we go, here we fucking go. Like he knows what's about to happen. Karen's about to open her mouth and be negative.
And they got him a left-handed one. Whoa! Whoa! See?
Whoa! Whoa! See? Look! Whoa! Darth Vader over here must slash me with his lightsaber. Whoa! Like, this is ridiculous. Like, she acted like he, like, grabbed that thing and was like Babe Ruth and swung at her face. Like, get out of here, Karen.
Already almost getting knocked out.
Already almost got knocked out. Are you fucking kidding me? That slow-ass movement? Karen.
Alright, well, let's return these, get the cash, go to Hot Pot.
This was probably not the smartest of gifts.
Wow, she's such a Now, when Kwa said, oh, we can pawn this off and go to whatever, he said, I couldn't even tell. When he said he can pawn this off, he was making a joke because he knows it was an expensive gift. I saw in the comments that the gift was probably like over $100, which is pretty generous to give a kid. And it is a thoughtful gift. And Karen's just like, this probably was not a smart idea.
This is baby, he loves golf.
Baby, it's heavy.
I'm pretty sure your 2-year-old is carrying around the golf club like it's nothing.
This one's off limits. Don't hit anything but the ball with that, Jackson, okay?
I'll give Karen her credit here. She's being a good parent. She's setting her kid straight, saying, "Hey, don't hit anything but the balls. Don't hit me. Don't hit your dad. Don't hit your little brothers." It's great parenting, Karen. And then she throws the fucking golf ball at Kwa's eye. It hits him in the fucking eyeball. So she tells her kid not to do something, and then she does that.
Do not do that, kids, okay? That is not what they're for. That was a bad example.
Baby, feel it.
That's bad.
Squish it though. Jackson's thinking about it. He's thinking about it.
Karen knows she just did something really fucking dumb because she just contradicted herself, and now she's trying to play it off and change the topic, completely ignoring Kwa, and it's just hilarious.
I don't think this gift was thought through all the way.
No, I think it was.
Yeah?
It's a very thoughtful gift. Yeah, he said that he wanted to go.
I know, but I feel like it's gonna be very dangerous.
Yeah, okay, so was that before or after you fucking threw the golf ball at your fucking husband's eye?
Jackson, look at me.
Karen's
I made
all
a
like-
mistake. I made
Karen's
a
all like,
mistake.
this is so dangerous. And then what's she do? She throws it at my eyeball.
See what's already happened?
I know, Karen.
Dropped it right on my head.
Oh my gosh, she's so fucking pathetic.
See what's already happened? He dropped it right on my head.
Yeah, okay, it's a little thing. It didn't even hurt. There's like barely any momentum. Come on, Karen, you're being fucking petty, bro.
No, he didn't.
Right on my.
He didn't mean to drop it. It dropped on its own.
Hey, I was picking
Kid,
up the balls.
I know there's stands. Jackson, look, you can put it on stands.
I'm just telling you, this
See?
one shouldn't be right there.
Where should it be then?
Somewhere better. Like in the garbage. I'm just kidding.
In the garbage. Karen has some fucking balls because who knows if Kwa's mom watches all the vlogs. I assume so. I mean, she probably wants to see her grandkid and stuff like that when, you know, like Karen got some fucking balls saying that shit about her stepmom, like in the gift, saying, oh, it should belong in the garbage. I'm just kidding. She's not kidding. Karen would throw that shit in the trash so goddamn fast because she's a spiteful person, ungrateful person. So the rest of this video is just dribble. You know, Karen's just in her closet talking about herself or something. She complained about no big gifts from anyone else while literally buying the kids a similar big gift, but way bigger, while also going on and on about how they have no space for any of those gifts. Meanwhile, at the time, they low-key behind the scenes just bought a $2.3 million lake home that has more space. So Karen was being petty and she was being a real B-word because the spotlight wasn't on her. This is the same girl who has to ask for affirmations from her little boys. Plus, the entire premise of the video was showcasing how ungrateful these vloggers are, especially Karen. But once again, people, he's using clips from over 2 years ago and he's trying to defame my name from things I don't do or say anymore. Why can't he find a clip of me actually making fun of women or using terms against them present day? Because it doesn't exist. Oh, but only Josh is allowed to grow. This whole DCP thing is a cult, I swear it.
It's deadly serious.
Actually, no, it's really not. You could be talking about anything else. You know, like the TikToker digital princess who got arrested for leaving her 4-year-old son at home at night to go party. Okay, so he did cover it. I made a mistake. But to be honest, it's kind of hidden in the background and should be more of a focused video rather than this tiny little cropped image on the thumbnail. But he also cut out the part where I asked him why he hasn't covered Brittany and Baby or Brittany Morrow. She literally quit family vlogging, admits that put her children in danger, and now she's back right to it doing the same exact thing she said she hated doing. Hey everyone, look, Marvel made a diabetic Spider-Man. Man, he's really pissed about that one, huh? That clip is from my video where I give DCP a taste of his own medicine, and he seems to press issue with that. A little hypocritical, but okay. I did what he does on the daily to anyone, bashing someone for something all within their control. I mean, we have proof he can lose weight, although it was only because he went to Mexico to get surgery. But the video was a test to prove that DCP and his cronies wouldn't like me saying those things about DCP. The same things he says to vlog moms. He bashes their makeup, bashes their looks, bashes the way that they talk. He even calls them wish versions of other women. But when it happens to him, he folds like an omelet. But if you just go to one of my recent videos on anyone else, especially within the last year, you will not find that same energy, because I no longer condone doing it. But like I said, the only reason DCP got that grief was to prove a point, and boy did he prove it. And are they just ignoring the fat mole on Lucy's face? It's like there, it's noticeable. Oh man, this is just too damn easy. And for someone who claims he's so good at what he does, he sure in hell sucks at it, huh?
I want our bodies to look the same. We don't want to be different from one another. Yeah, in any way. And you know what, we've never weighed ourselves because I think at the end of the day, it's touch wood. If we were different, that'll depress us even more. I think it would stress us out.
I can guess they never weighed themselves because they can't face reality. They know there's a difference between them. They just can't handle a thought, so they leave it alone. Or else the jealousy would kick in. They equate everything else from making sure they take the same amount of steps to eating all the same breadcrumbs, but they leave out the weight. You would think with all their insanity, those numbers would be the most important. They know they're not completely the same. And are they just ignoring the fat mole on Lucy's face? It's like there, it's noticeable. Nothing wrong with it. I have a fat mole on my face too. But why are they dismissing this obvious difference? So the entire point was that the twins are like literally insane and claim that they have to do everything together, even down to eating, sleeping, and pooping, which is super weird and sus. I mean, the video that I made was about how they literally share the same boyfriend together and are most likely intimate with him, which is gross. But hey, you know, who am I to judge? Maybe DCP is cool with that sibling loving. I don't know. I don't know what his kinks are, but I'm not here to shame those, man. And I didn't shame her for the mole on her face. He again cut up the clip, edited it the way he wanted to edit it, and took it way out of context. The entire reason I mentioned the mole on her face was to point out that there is a difference between them, but it wasn't shaming. I literally said that. I'm always experimenting and trying out new things, such as this face reveal. Yes, that's right, my pretties. It's me, APOC. Yeah, like I just said, I have a mole on my face too. They literally saw the clip in full and cut it and edited it out to try to discredit me or something. I don't know. So there's no need to act like I'm being a hypocrite or something. Was this supposed to discredit me? Because this was a horrible example. I'm giving you a face to the name and I'm a lot cuter than you thought, huh? Because you shamed her for something out of her control. And are they just ignoring the fat mole on Lucy's face? Again, this wasn't shaming at all. It was pointing out their differences. All you have to do is understand the context. It doesn't really say much because you do basic humor. You know, would find on the back of a popsicle stick. Yes, basic B-word humor is a thing. Popsicle stick jokes are a thing. How does this expose me? This is just pathetic.
Oh, you city folk, it's your favorite jealous hater APOC,
And I'm here to mansplain all over that ass. He did not put this in the video too. He did not. I'm playing off the fact that women don't like me for having an opinion on certain things based from me being a man. Bruh. Pretty sure DCP has gotten some of that grief too. How much do you want to bet when Qual saw Tfue roll up at his front door, he was still ready to pull those pants down and go for that peen? Oh, Tfue, your subs are so good. Give me more, daddy. Bro, that's still funny. I don't care what anyone says. And if you know Qual from KK and Baby J, the dude will literally do anything for clout. So that was the basis of the joke, that he would literally suck a D just to get a little taste of Tfue's fame. What is this video? If you don't know, this naked mole rat likes to go on Instagram to get affirmations. Well, first off, Karen, you living meme, you can put some goddamn respect to the name. That's the essence of his entire channel. 6th grade bullshit. My god, the editing is just so horrible. If I was such a bad dude, then why does there have to be so many damn skips through my content? It should be that easy, right? But this is just way too obvious. He's grasping for straws because he has nothing. Oh, and the reason why I referred to Karen as a naked mole rat? Because she literally calls herself that. Nice try though, DCP, trying to dip your toes in some something you know nothing about.
And the only reason Karina has a sub count isn't because she worked hard, big reward, but it's because she gave Josh Peck a blow. Don't come up on here with your high horse when you're fucking around with the of YouTube.
Yeah, I don't even know where that video was from, but I believe it's pretty well known who Krennikov is, and it's not unknown what she has done to get where she is. It's pretty damn obvious. Now, should I have called her the W of YouTube? No, but again, I was trying to be edgy. No excuse. But that's all it was. And don't get me wrong, that was a bad take. I was in the wrong for that, which is why, again, you don't see that on my channel now. All of these clips are from roughly 2 years ago, but let's keep in mind that Corinna is around Karen and Qua's children all the damn time. And in my opinion, just because KK won a clout chase doesn't mean they need to bring Corinna and her party lifestyle energy anywhere near their children. I mean, what? Am I wrong for saying that? DCP is only showing you guys what he wants to show you, and so far, it's a bunch of baloney.
Now you have to watch everything you do or say because I'm a petty obsessive bitch and I'll call you out every time you slip.
Yeah, just like any other vlogger that will slip up, DCP hops on it. If one of them makes a video or mentions his name, it's literally content for the next day. But this clip is from a video where Karen Swan herself finally indirectly responds to the videos I've made on them. You know, like faking a pregnancy for clout during mandatory quarantine and whatnot. And she's addressing a lot of things that we have said about her, like being money hungry and clickbaiting and more, and how she's not a bad person because she doesn't kick puppies or something. But basically, when I said I was going to be on her ass every time she slips up, that's because it's exactly what I did. And we're not talking about tacky home decor content either, folks. We're speaking of some real lies and manipulation here. Karen and Qua, KK and Baby J, are one of the worst channels on this platform, especially when it comes to exploitation, which DCP has yet to make a video about. Now, when I said I'm going to be a petty obsessive B-word, I was referring to what the vlog community calls both me and probably DCP too, because we make videos on their favorite YouTubers. But the difference is, Josh will expose where they live, why just throw some shade?
Right, not to mention discussing a chemical pregnancy and having a miscarriage. You know, I can't really sit here and feel sorry for these victims. I mean, Qua literally took advantage of a lot of other people by breaking into their cars, and it's because we are all stuck inside and bored.
So if you got any of that mess or any of Rex's sick edits, bro, sure, you can clearly see how the clips were manipulated and edited to Josh's liking, which is pretty sad, or how you say, pathetique. Now, what Rex the Mess did was make it look like I said, very poorly I might add, that we shouldn't feel bad for women who experience miscarriages or chemical pregnancies. But if you've been here for the last year or so, you know that's total BS. Heated at vloggers for faking that sort of thing. I've proven that the Prince family faked a stillborn baby. I've proven KK and Baby J faked 4 miscarriages and other pregnancies, and I hate it when people mock or make fun of something so horrible that mothers and fathers both go through. And for DCP to try to discredit me and manipulate clips to make me look bad because he doesn't like me is disgusting. But what do I expect for somebody who literally has the same mentality as the vloggers? But anyways, here's the actual clip, and then I'll add a little context to it.
I can pinpoint the exact moment, and that is before our wedding, when somebody crossed a line into our privacy. I feel like I completely stepped back. I stopped wanting to share as much.
Taking a step back, are we, Karen? And getting less personal? Okay. Well, let's do this.
Just Jackson, our 4-year-old. Just Landon, our 3-year-old. Just Son, our 1-year-old.
I was pregnant. Yes, nothing says we took a step back from personal things in our life and sharing with our community, quite like uploading personal vlogs that are personally focused on each individual kid that we have for 3 consecutive days straight, not to mention discussing a chemical pregnancy and having a miscarriage, literally sharing with the world one of the most hardest and personal things a woman could ever go through.
But that is the moment that I was like, you know what?
Fuck this.
I don't have to share then. Like, if this is what's gonna happen, I don't have to share. I don't care. I'll just step back and live my life. I didn't even want to film our wedding very much because of it. I wanted to just be ours, and I wanted to be selfish with it. I think we deserve that, you know? So we didn't really do a vlog for our wedding, which I'm glad because I could really be there in the moment.
Maybe people were saying the channel has changed because after the wedding and honeymoon, they just stopped doing daily vlogs out of nowhere and were never consistent again until this point. And a lot of people were asking when they would go back to daily vlogs, and KK and Baby J just kept tossing those broken promises. And none of this is based around privacy issues. This entire time since the CPS situation, there have been no signs of stepping back. If that's the case, then why did they continue discussing and sharing personal thoughts and things, whatever the fuck, on their podcast? Things such as how they met or answering personal questions about the relationship.
So here's what's going on in the video. Like I said, KK and Baby J were getting slack for changing, clout chasing, and what have you. Then Karen goes on about privacy issues and using that reason as to why they've apparently changed and pulled back and moved into a new house. And as you guys saw in the full clip, I gave examples of how much she was lying to her community because they literally never stopped pushing out personal and private things about their children and use that as content. They uploaded day in the life videos of all their 3 children at the time, after the fact of having a super fan come to their home and invade their privacy. Not to mention she apparently had miscarriages, right? And was pushing that out as clickbait all through 2020. And again, she lied about that too. And as for this part,
you know, I can't really sit here and feel sorry for these victims. I mean, Qua literally took advantage of a lot of other people by breaking into their cars.
That's out of context as well. It wasn't even in the same sentence.
We got kind of taken advantage of and kind of thrown under the bus by the people that we thought like cared about us and loved us, you know?
You know, I can't really sit here and feel sorry for these victims. I mean, Qua literally took advantage of a lot of other people by breaking into their cars and stealing their shit, and then played victim, a lot like Karen is doing now, and blamed other people for their shit.
The point was that these vloggers complain about privacy while literally doing nothing to protect their family. I mean, their example of stalking was a teen and her mom showing up to their doorstep, which yeah, it is wrong. And it is an invasion of privacy. But in this video, which is a few months after her complaining about privacy, her and her husband are laughing about getting robbed of $4,000 worth of Gucci crap at their home. And the husband Qua even wanted to coach and pay the thieves that robbed them. So why should we feel bad when these goofs take no precautions? It had nothing to do with the miscarriages. My guy literally clipped out every bit of context he could just to fit his narrative.
And you can only jerk off so many times.
Yeah, I can't even remember what video that's from, but to be honest, I really don't feel like there's a need to explain the context. I mean, it's literally just about beating meat. But hey, you know, maybe he's jealous because of the low T.
I think a lot of you gamers are actually white supremacists. Just a fact.
Well, I guess I picked a weird time to shave my head.
Yeah, I literally shaved my head because I have a condition. And at the time, that Twitch deer girl called all gamers white supremacists unironically. So the timing was really funny. Don't really understand why this was used at all.
I'm not talking about a human at all. Apparently, we're dealing with Bambi. If you want to pretend to be a deer, then I'm gonna treat you like a deer, and it's hunting season.
This girl identified as a deer, so I identified as a hunter. Not in actually hurting her, but as in she's my target for this next video. It's pretty damn clear that's what I said.
They went on this like crazy power trip, talking about how all gamers are, we're all white supremacists. Now I know this is coming from a white cis male, so, my opinion apparently matters more than yours.
So it's not unknown that there's people who think that white people believe that they are superior to everyone else. But by the tone of my voice, you can clearly hear that I'm mocking that ignorant ass statement because I do not believe in that garbage. We are all allowed to express ourselves freely. But I do have a question, Josh. Since you used that clip to discredit me, is that what you believe as a white cis male? Do you believe your voice and opinions matter more than another person, per se a person of color? Asking for a friend.
Shower together. We share a bed with our boyfriend. Just can't live without each other.
So they take fat shits in front of each other. Great. This is already making my girlfriend's back hair stand up, and she's not even in the room.
My wife has a little hair in her back, and I made a joke about it. She laughed at it, so why do you care? Don't really see the big deal. It's actually pretty sad that this is what you have to use to try to defame my name.
And what kind of names are Anna and Lucy for a pair of twin girls? The parents should be ashamed. They would have been better off naming them Trashy and Dumpy. At least those two things correlate. Plus, I'm not really sure what it is, but Trashy and Dumpy kind of fit the bill here for them.
Hey Josh, you forgot this part.
And I'm Lucy. And we're the world's most identical twins.
Oh god, it's like the start to a horrible horror film. And what kind of names are Anna and Lucy for a pair of twin girls? The parents should be ashamed. They would have been better off naming them Trashy and Dumpy. At least those two things correlate. Unlike Anna and Lucy. Plus, I'm not really sure what it is, but Trashy and Dumpy kind of fit the bill here for them. You know how there's those vaping douchebags out there that you just know their names are Kyle or Trevor, but it's really Brendan? That's always their name? Yeah, it's kind of like that. But in the grand scheme of things, it's not their fault. I'm holding the parents personally responsible for this shit. Dad, Mom, you fucked up.
So it shifted the blame towards the parents. But let's not act like DCP doesn't say these same things. The guy says he's allowed to rip women apart for wearing makeup and altering their bodies because he's a natural kind of guy. But these were both bad takes on both of our parts. The only difference is that the clip of him was super duper recent, and the one he pushed out on me here was from, again, over 2 years ago. Why can't he find recent content?
We are the world's most identical twins.
Take off that makeup first, and let's see if you can still make that claim.
We're here to challenge you, because we're going to stay that way forever. We are the world's most identical twins.
Take off that makeup first, and let's see if you can still make that claim. Not everything revolves around you, Karen. But don't worry, sweetheart. You'll be getting a personal video from me real soon.
Not really sure how this implies that I'm a stalker. I was meaning like exposing her fake miscarriages, not peeping out her window or, you know, Google Earthing her address and exposing it to the world.
So we thought, let's just get our boobs done. It's our big boobs. That's what's
And big souls. These girls are the most identical assholes on the planet. You want to compete with this? They're here to challenge you on being a f***ing asshole. There's a bunch of assholes on YouTube, and some take the cake, but these girls may be even more of an asshole than this asshole.
I mean, yeah, they are all literally assholes. Karen Swan exploits her children. What, you don't agree with that? And these girls got a boo job on the basis of their dad dying and probably uses life insurance money to get them.
Yeah, the guys probably didn't want one of you standing over the bed like a creepy f***ing Chucky doll while he was trying to bust a nut in the other sister's hole. If I saw that, I wouldn't be able to even get erect. Plus, I try to get a knife because if I saw this walking into a room as I'm trying to get mine, I would start to think that I'm in Killer Clowns from Outer Space Part 3.
Bro, these chicks are scary looking. Let's not pretend that. And I ran with it. It was a joke. It definitely was edgy, I'll tell you. For sure. But damn, Josh. For someone who cracks jokes at people all the time, you seem to take offense to them real easy. Oh, and the other reason I said all that was because they were complaining about past relationships not working out because they weirded out all the dudes that they got with because they never left each other's sides.
We have dated guys separately, but it hasn't worked because they didn't understand how we were so close and they wanted to separate us and they wanted to take us out separately, and we're like, no, that we always want to be together.
But again, no context.
Look at this dude's face. He has the same expression in every picture. He's like, yeah.
I mean, am I wrong though, or what? What's with these clips that literally mean nothing? The dude does have that expression on his face. Look at him. There's no doubt in my mind that he feels like a boss right now. And it's not a no-known thing that lots of dudes would love to be in this position. I mean, personally, not myself, but you do you.
Well, you're wrong. Twin sisters f***ing the same dude isn't natural. I wonder if Anna bounces 50 times on Ben's. Would Lucy get all jealous and depressed because she only bounced on him 25 times? If they're counting things like down to the steps, they are definitely counting how many times he slams his dick into them. And he's staring at you because you both look like f***ing morons following each other around down to the last step. I honestly don't know how this guy does it. Those must be some primo because one night with these unlovely ladies would cause brain damage.
I mean, am I wrong though? Don't really think these two are capable of an intelligent conversation. Not really getting those vibes for them, dog. They can't even talk without speaking over each other. And again, these two can't leave a damn breadcrumb on the plate or walk an extra step without the other one getting triggered. So if you don't think that those rules don't apply in bed, you goofy, bruh. Let's also not forget that they admit to being jealous of each other when one of them is getting attention over the other. These girls can't even poop separately. Come on.
If one of you blows ass, does the other have to stink up the room as well? What if Lucy shits out 3 turds and Anna only shits out 2? Does she squeeze her until the hemorrhoids pop to get the extra turd out?
I mean, these are legitimate questions here. Aren't you guys curious as well? These girls, these sisters, these twins are sharing the same boyfriend and admit that they can't do anything without each other. I'm just extremely curious about how far these girls are going to take this weird copy and paste obsession. I'm just trying to get more context and to see if there's any limits, because it really doesn't seem like there is any.
We have one like toilet at home, so she goes and then I go.
Disgusting. I know girls just do this in general. My girlfriend now poops with the door open, and it makes me question our relationship because I find it repulsive.
Oh no, Apuck has a personal preference where he doesn't like to watch people drop fat logs.
Oh man, I'm so horrible. Tell me you're grasping for straws without telling me. You know, it kind of sounds like he's shaming me for what makes me feel comfortable personally. Sorry, I'd rather just live in a world where I think girls out wrapped gifts instead of actual poop. But you know, that does stir up some curiosity again for me. Does DCP's wife watch him destroy a toilet after eating all that candy?
Episode is about Sloan and the Dad Challenge podcast, or whatever the hell his name is. Is that right? I don't even know if that's right. Whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
I've never seen the Dad Challenge podcast. I know, I think I have. I think I've listened to him when you're watching him, and you don't watch him very regularly.
She was meaning she's never watched him personally or unironically, but only listened in passing when I was doing my research on your videos, Josh, for my own videos. It's really not that hard of a concept to understand. Why do these people suck at exposing?
Both these dudes, Sloan and that podcast, are they're fucking snakes, man. This is how you know he's lying about when he's in this anti-family vlog community, is because all he does is clickbait Micah Stoffer like every 3 videos.
Yeah, there's a difference, pal. All those videos were not clickbait. All of them have a point and a premise to them. Nothing about home decor, house tours, or Christmas lights. This one was about Karen using her leggings from her flopped fitness brand to make a profit, claiming that she was going to donate the money to COVID relief, but never actually did. And this one is about Karen bullying and harassing a minor online, sending her cronies after them to the point where they deleted their account and even stalked someone else platform to platform, contacting their family, friends, and work, trying to ruin their life. You know, the DCP method. And this gem right here is about Karen's flopped fitness brand failing because she knew nothing about fitness and lacked any knowledge of it, which I covered a lot on my channel because I know a little something about it myself, and exposed Karen for pushing out information and content that could hurt or injure young girls if they follow her lead. You see, it's not actually about having a ton of videos on one person or a creator, especially when you're a smaller channel. It's called riding the wave. I don't even care if DCP made 1 million videos on Micah Stoffer, as long as there was a good point to it. An actual point. But when you have to start bashing them for cooking or their house tours, it just comes off as desperate. And the fact that he's using all my videos to try to manipulate the situation speaks volumes.
Dude, Sloan's a fucking snake, dude.
Yeah.
I just watched a video today. I couldn't believe my fucking ears. And like I said, no, anybody call me out, say I'm doing the same thing? I'm not nitpicking anything on KK.
I stick to my previous response. And nitpicking would be, love Meg and the ugliest Christmas tree on earth, not me posting Curb Your videos where I prove Karen Swan lied about miscarriages. Swing and a miss.
Go look at the videos of her crying when she has her miscarriages. She doesn't shed not one fucking tear.
Yeah, she doesn't. And she apparently had 4 miscarriages in a short amount of time and smiled every time she talked about it. Plus, you know, I did push out this video debunking everything she said. This isn't me telling a woman how she feels. Plus, me and my wife actually went through child loss. It's a horrible thing and we know how it goes. But why is it he pointed this out? Trying to make it seem like a bad thing to say that women should feel this way or that way? Well, literally agreeing with this comment found in his Brianna K apology video. Exploiting a miscarriage? Disgusting. Setting up a camera to capture her and her husband hugging? No one does this. Completely fake and disingenuous. I agree with you 1000%. Which obviously he co-signed on this comment, but isn't that the same thing he just tried to shame me for? But the only difference is when I talk about Karen's so-called miscarriages, I actually proved that she lied about it, while all he has is
She set up a camera and hugged him.
but what's funny is that I actually agreed to that as well. But you can't post a clip, my guy, trying to bash me for the very thing you just did. And that's what we call a contradiction, folks.
For a decent amount of time now, at least within the last 8 months or so, I've been reeling hard on these stains called KK and Baby J, Karen and Kwa, the dementia duo. And honestly, I thought I was done with them, but Karen makes my ass itch and I'm a scratcher.
Okay, what was the point in this clip?
But for as long as I've been clapping those Miley Cyrus looking ass cheeks,
Out of pocket, but obviously a joke, and also referring to pushing out a lot of content exposing their lies, manipulation, deceit.
I can't even look at myself. I'm swollen, I'm looking so pregnant, and I'm not even showing you my belly, so that is not a good sign.
yo, honestly, Kara kinda thick though when pregnant. Boys, you gotta get yourself one of these.
Okay, so to be clear, that was me zooming in on Kira's butt. I've already addressed this once before, for anyone new wondering, but I've already called myself out. In fact, peep this comment someone left and then my response. Can you like not sexualize her body? There was no need to put her ass up there and make comments to her. That's messed up, dude. Women go through so much with their body that men don't have to go through. If she doesn't want to get her tubes tied, then she doesn't have to. He should be the one to get the vasectomy, considering he is the one who doesn't want any more kids. I literally said that's what Oscar should do because he doesn't want any more. And this is old content. I don't talk like this anymore. It was a bad take and I understand that. But men do go through body things. Pretty sad you just took an entire gender and said that they don't go through something. Bad take on your end. And that comment was from 6 months ago, while the actual video was from late July 2020. Not even a year into my content creation. Not that there's any excuse or justification for doing that, but I have changed. I mean, we're a few months away from another 2-year mark from that clip. I also want to add that I was actually the one that ended up blurring out Kira's butt from the clip that DCP pushed out because he kept it in. And to be honest, it actually kind of made me feel a little bit uncomfortable that he did that. I mean, he could have easily just made his point anyways with some captions and whatever, blurted out, blah blah blah. And I know that I was the one that originally did it, but again, to be honest, it's kind of odd he felt so comfy doing it to push that out on his channel while calling me out for it. Not that I'm shifting blame, I'm just making a point.
They were my original target, my prey. But then my future ex-wife Karen stepped in and well, the rest is history.
Yo, how the hell is this considered stalking again? So I have this long-running joke on my channel, right? That Karen Swan is my future ex-wife. It's just so funny coming from a guy who is a married man, by the way, who literally flirts with vlog moms and gives them a pass if they give him enough attention. You know, that mommy didn't give him.
This guy being rather sexist and misogynistic to my wife, which me and my community are highly against.
Yeah, this clip wasn't even a year ago, and it's based around someone telling my wife to shut the fuck up in the presence of men, and again, using recent clips out of context to discredit me based from old edgy clips that don't apply to me anymore. Bruh. And again, we can do the same thing to him, but I'm not trying to trick or manipulate anyone.
We don't think we're above any women, and we don't tolerate that trash.
Meanwhile, dude thinks he's entitled to bash women who wear makeup or get surgery because he likes the natural form.
But not once in any of my videos have I ever thought that I'm better than anybody.
Yeah, there's no other clips to these songs. Nothing present day. Nothing that I'm actively doing, right? Because it doesn't exist.
And there's a big difference between criticizing and just shaming and hating a woman.
No, there is actually a difference between criticizing and bashing women, and present day, my content reflects that. And if I ever have, it's because I don't need a lie for money. Yeah, there's no clips of me actually saying that I'm better than anyone, huh? Although I have said before that I do think that I'm better than the vloggers. Not better than women, not better than men. Better than the vloggers. The people who exploit their children, Josh. Got a problem with that?
P.S. You ugly as boy. Big ol' mole in your face head. Fight me. So obviously, we have a real winner here. He wants to fight. I ended up challenging him. I said, set something up, bro. Come to Oregon. Let's see where this goes. Tell your wife to shut the fuck up in the presence of men. Does he say that Qua, or does he tell Karen to shut the fuck up whenever they're talking?
Come on, Qua. You can do it. Hit that in the face. I'm kidding. No violence, guys. But I would like to see Qual actually stand up for himself. It's so funny because Rexy slapped this monstrosity of a video together and was like, yeah, this is it. This is the what. Out of pocket, but out of context. Because as you all heard from the full clip, I denounced the actual violence part. But again, they're not going to show that. Somebody who's trying to silence women in 2021. Fat shaming another person. Hey everyone, look. Marvel made a diabetic Spider-Man. He took that clip from my DCP video where he gets a taste of his own medicine, which was the point of the video, which just proves that DCP's so-called humor and mentality isn't the way to go. Like I said before, you won't find that same energy anywhere else present day, aside from that DCP video. But again, that was literally the point. I was using his own against him. Anyways, all you jealous haters, that's about it. Yeah, all this really did was get the goon to expose himself even further than he already has. I mean, if the wig trigger wasn't enough proof, he just posted a bunch of clips of me calling him out and used older clips from way back when to make me look like a hypocrite, even though that was just way too obvious. But I did mention things like how he clickbaits Micah, which he does, and then he proceeded to show however many videos I made on Karen and Qua to again try to make me look hypocritical. But he forgets the part where all those videos were some form of actual exposure and not bashing home decor and then labeling it as a cause.
You know, to save the children.
Which I do find it quite hilarious that he tried exposing me for implying that those twin girls were ugly, while literally implying throughout the whole video that I was ugly. Bruh. Seems a little counterproductive, my guy. But I guess that's just the shade. I mean, I really don't think he's all that cute either. 10 out of 10 would not bang. But for any of you DCP cronies, just listen up. You can think whatever you want about Josh. You can think what he's doing is for the greater good and whatever. It's not my issue if you're blind. It's not my problem if you're prone to being gaslit. But no matter what you think of me, he did do something shady with this video. He cut up the clips, edited them, and then manipulated it to look like that I said something that I didn't actually say, to make it look worse than it really was, and took everything way out of context. So go ahead, take his side. I really don't care. I've been weeding out the DCP goons for quite some time now on my page, and I do it every now and again to make sure that you biased weirdos are not on here anymore. I don't expect biased people to be unbiased. In fact, I expect, because they've always done it before, I expect justifications and excuses for the little 5'0" manipulator. Oh, and hey Josh.
Tell your mother